What is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixmartys here, and welcome back to Shuten Order. When we left off, I know it's been a little bit. We've been busy over here, but
Yes.
the last time we left off, we were going through this. I almost want to call it a case because I'm so used to that with, Ace Attorney and whatnot.
It
but
is.
not officially because he never turned in the paperwork or anything.
No,
for it, 'cause,
it's
all
an
that
unofficial
stuff.
case.
But we're trying to get down in business of what's been going on, all these family matters,
I was
if you
about
will.
to say, yeah. That's
And
what it
the
is.
person we're leaning towards as the culprit right now is Inugami, because of the will being such an influential factor in it.
Mm-hmm.
Knowledge has to be there, and he's one of only two people. He's the only one alive
So
that
we're
has the
like,
knowledge.
what about the drugs?
What about the drugs? And then we were going into, detective reasoning thing here that we lost, and it set us
Yep.
back a while. But I got us caught back up, and we're back. And we had done this, but I didn't even remember. Okay, so now we're trying to solve specifically how Yoichi died. I'm telling you, drop tower of drugs.
It dropped her.
So let's go ahead and do this and get everything correct. So
Yes.
we got the full trust value now, but which machine
Can be used to make the poison. Where's the sort we already know? Yeah.
Yep, because
We
this
read
part,
this.
I believe he selected it correctly, but then we lost the reasoning afterwards.
Uh-huh.
And that machine would be the chemical machine.
Yay! Yep.
Oh, yeah, and I remember it's the whole fact of like a specific wording on here of rotate the greenhouse, but it's about we have to lock the greenhouse if I'm remembering correctly, because rotating it doesn't, because you have to have it separated to be able to lower the goddess sword. That's how we fucked it up last time.
Yeah. We were
'Cause
just
it was very specific on
we
the
were
wording.
remembering the whole rotating thing.
Yeah.
Rotate the greenhouse with the lighting system. I feel like I got deja vu just now.
Mhm.
Keep the door locked, pull the sword. This will open the entrance to the underground laboratory. On the night of the incident, Yoichi must have followed these steps as well.
Hey, we're not dead.
Nice!
New content. All right.
Unlock.
What's the next part they want?
Where is the lab unlocking procedure written? Regarding the steps in the underground laboratory that I just confirmed, where was that information?
It was on a poster in there, right? The wall poster? Yeah,
Yes.
because that has the sword and the computer on
Yeah.
there, so.
And
Nailed
if
it,
we're not
dude.
sure, we can always double check the shapes.
I've been using that anyways, don't worry.
The research room was described on that poster. It had an unusual structure. For some reason, the research room is located above a 2,000-meter underground cavity. The structure will be a key point in the deductions, so I must remember it. I wonder why. I wonder why it'll be a key point.
I wonder, how is virus concentrate made?
The unlocking procedure for the underground lab is also a method for creating virus. In other words, when the entrance opens, virus is simultaneously refined. The piece with this information is...
I would
How
assume
is
the
virus
method to
concentrate made?
make virus would be
Yeah.
exactly what you're looking for when you're talking about how is virus made, the method to make.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of interesting wording there, but oh
It's
boy.
holding our hand.
So are they saying that when the entrance opens, everything happens simultaneously? That seems unsafe.
Yeah,
as
it
is
does.
evident by Yoichi being fucking cooked.
Once the refinement starts, the greenhouse in the lab should enter a certain state. The keyword that provides a clue to this is written on this piece. So what is that state? Zero gravity. When the virus production begins, the lab and greenhouse falls.
It rises and creates immense gravity,
Oh
the
my
exact
God.
opposite.
The refinement starts and the entire greenhouse, including the underground lab, falls.
I fucking can't with this, dude. 2,000 meters? Really?
In that
Alright.
case, due to the laws of physics, the greenhouse and lab would enter zero gravity. The underground cavity beneath the lab extends for 2,000 meters. From the free fall, the state of 0 gravity would last for 10 to 20 seconds. It has to be long enough for the stuff to process, that's why.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna get more than 10 to 20 seconds with 2,000 meters, I'm gonna be honest here. But, like, fucking Christ, dude. Alright. What happened to Yoichi when Virus was being refined? He fucking died.
Sorry, that was funny. Once virus purification starts and the greenhouse begins its free fall, at that moment, what would happen to Yoichi's body in the greenhouse?
Whoa! Into the ceiling you go.
He'd float up.
Yeah.
He'd die instantly.
It wouldn't even be float up. He would attach himself to the ceiling.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like it's kind of similar to the classic of like the fair ride that was the UFO where it would spin around in a circle and have you locked to the wall, but upwards.
He would get thrown upwards.
He would be attached to the ceiling, so they better say it like that and not just...
Since the inside of the greenhouse is in 0 gravity, Yoichi's body would float.
That's not technically how it would work.
Like in space, it would float. As if drifting in space.
Okay.
Unlock. What happened to the floating Yoichi? In a 0 gravity state, what would Yoichi do?
Panic.
He probably, overwhelmed by fear, tried to cling to something nearby. Like how someone drowning would cling to anything nearby, including other people, and that's how they get drowned. What was near Yoichi? Was there anything?
A statue.
What happened to the floating Yoichi?
He grabbed his own corpse. He grabbed the pouch. No.
He got his sword, yeah. Success! Just before virus refinement began, Yoichi pushed down the goddess statue sword. Because that was the final step to enter the underground laboratory. So then, the sword should have been near the floating Yoichi. The object that an unstable Yoichi clung to was the sword of the goddess, wasn't it? Uh-oh. I see where this is going.
I think so too. It's still an awkward way to hold it, but I mean, an object in motion stays in motion.
Finally, after this, Yoichi gets killed. Finally. All 3 brothers were killed by traps. Seizo activated the trap by breaking the support pillar, resulting in electrocution. Tsukijiro activated the trap by pulling out a book, which led to him being shot. So what about Yoichi? When was the trap that killed Yoichi activated?
It's like...
In fact, it had already been activated. After the lab entrance opened, when the sword was pulled down, the trap was triggered.
Like, that's the biggest thing on this one that changes it from a simple step of a process to a trap is that, like, for safety reasons, I would assume that the entire lab would not go into free fall every time you opened up the lab.
I feel like
because you would get fucking...
reset it.
Or someone had it specifically set so that the next person so that the lab would be ready for the next person to pull it to. And that may be the thing that happened on that final day when I can't remember the dad's name, when he was walking thanks to that new drug. He probably went to go set the lab so that the next person that tried to enter it, it would immediately go into its processing mode and drop the whole thing. Which, by the way, you would have to hope that everything inside there is strapped down, because otherwise, it's not like space. Things don't float.
Yeah, what about all the papers and stuff?
Technically, that should be scattered all over the place.
It was literally so organized in there.
Because the building and letting go of the locks, that is the object that primarily falls.
Yeah.
And has all the resistance on it. Everything inside it that is loose would go into free fall mode and go into the fact where, like, if you were to take a big tube and put a ball on the bottom of it and drop it, the ball would rise up to the top because it's not with the same weight and resistance as something else. It's the same reason why if you're on a drop tower ride, like this whole thing is, you have the overhead restraints, because if you didn't, when the tower drops, you would stay up there and fall at a much different rate with a much different weight.
Like, and you can feel yourself like being lifted up, like off of your seat.
Yes, exactly, because you don't fall directly with it. There is an era of, oh shit, and you go to the fucking ceiling of this place. But
it's kind of like when you have a big drop in a roller coaster. Same thing.
Exactly.
The trap was why Yoichi was killed in that way. But how? What was it that severed his head and arms?
Gravity. Or Newton's laws of physics.
How was Yoichi killed?
Well, I mean, I guess we'll just say the goddess sword, because, I mean...
Because he tried to hold on to it, and then... Sword of the Goddess. It was a huge sharp blade and bloodstains. This is it. Ironically, in his confusion, Yoichi was killed by the very hand he sought help from. Now the important part. Which part of the blade sliced Yoichi?
The upper side.
Yep.
I mean, that's been evident for a long time. But
the blade has bloodstains concentrated on the top side. It's like making sure we were paying attention. Yoichi was slashed by the upper side. But why? Normally it would be the lower side. I'm gonna say when the gravity stopped. The changes that occurred in the greenhouse, not stopped, I guess I should say come back. In the greenhouse at the time made it unavoidable. Afterwards, what changed in the greenhouse? The clue is in Mizuno's pouch. It was dropped. Yep. Most of the contents are severely damaged. Was this from when Yoichi dropped it? No, it wouldn't shatter everything just from a normal drop, would it? It looks as if it was dropped from several hundred meters.
Maybe even 2,000.
Hundreds of meters high. This number, does anything ring a bell?
Come on.
Person holding the controller? The inexplicable damage to the pouch. And the fact that somehow Yoichi was cut by the upper side of the sword. The change that occurred in the greenhouse must be... The change in the greenhouse.
It
stopped suddenly.
It spun rapidly.
Oh my god.
It stopped suddenly.
Yep. If sudden brakes are applied, what happens? The inertia on Yoichi's body would be directed downward. If a car moving at high speed suddenly stops, try to picture it from a top-down view. Yoichi's body would be slammed into the ground.
Which would have been good enough, probably, anyways.
Yeah, but this was just brutal.
Yeah.
The greenhouse free-falling for 2,000 meters must have reached 200 to 300 kilometers per hour. Brakes would apply the inertia in the opposite direction. Mizuno's pouch met the same fate, being slammed into the ground from a height of 2,000 meters. That explains the damage. Yoichi, on the other hand... At that time, he was clinging to the goddess's sword, pushed down and horizontal. That's why Yoichi wasn't slammed to the ground, but... Yeah. This is the truth.
Oh boy.
That's true, because he was holding onto it like someone in the water holds onto the edge of the boat. That's where it would all cut him.
Yeah.
Under the arms and right at the neck. Got it. From this evidence, the conclusion that we can draw is this.
Though his feet would have been pointed up to the sky anyways from the inertia, but hey, we don't need to talk about that, so.
Yeah, like that. There it is.
It's fucking goofy. All right.
This is the trap that killed Yoichi.
You drew it. Wow, proud of you.
The trap that likely activated between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. when the lighting system operated. I get my own badass music now. The lighting system rotates the greenhouse and locks the door. Tsukijiro tried to use this to evade the surveillance cameras, but... It seems this lighting system was designed to make the greenhouse an airtight chamber. Otherwise, those manual handles and sturdy automatic doors have no reason to exist. So what happened? How did Yoichi end up dead? I'm getting to that. In my theory, the activation of the lighting system was the first switch. Or should I say, the first trigger. And the final trigger was the goddess statue's sword. Yoichi was going to the lab to get virus concentrate and pulled down the sword, triggering the trap. As the laboratory opened, the entire greenhouse fell as a zero-gravity state was created. The underground laboratory goes down to 2,000 meters. The entire building was in zero gravity for about 10 to 20 seconds from the free fall. What happens then?
Tell me more.
In an instant, Yoichi's body would be floating. Yoichi, in a moment of panic, would have tried to cling to the nearby goddess's sword. He managed to grab the sword and tried to stay put. However, after zero gravity, brakes are activated. Then an inertial force of over 200 kilometers an hour would act on Yoichi's body. As a result, the sword became an upside-down guillotine and sliced Yoichi. Thus, Yoichi struck the floor with his head and arms severed.
Oh boy.
This is the trap that killed Yoichi!
What the fuck are you talking about? It's rabunculous.
Ah!
Yikes, a reverse guillotine. I'm the kind of guy that would say yikes. How outlandish, such a crazy idea. I'd like to see it once.
But what do you mean?
Shiratori, did you know about the zero-gravity device?
I thought he said I'd like to see it at once.
I probably misread that.
Yeah.
Of course not. Kiyomasa never told me anything about how to prepare a virus. Despite my multiple greenhouse outings, I never considered that the entire greenhouse could be a zero-gravity drop device. Indeed, the wealth of the Kakuri family knows no bounds.
I mean, to be fair, you would only see it once. To think such a ridiculous facility. It was right by the mansion where we live.
The person was in such a perilous device the whole time?
No, originally the brakes would have been less sudden. Zero gravity was solely to refine virus. Applying sudden brakes and destroying everything inside would defeat the purpose. Therefore, it is likely that someone had deliberately made this dangerous brake system. All greenhouse devices are managed via consoles, so something was altered. Like you were saying.
Yeah.
It seems the lighting system and the statue's sword were set as triggers. He's clapping.
Impressive. As expected of the great detective. The concept of a zero-gravity device is quite absurd, but for now, this is our best answer. So, what is the truth behind this case? I can see through you.
Oh my god.
I can see you. Whoever you are, Minister, not you're the one who did it right. He's saying that, but what do you think, Rei Shimobe? Just say it and wrap this up. It's the name of the culprit, the one behind the Kakuri family inheritance case is...
The culprit is... Yes!
You know, they kind of...
We can do it now!
They kind of ruined that by putting your cursor immediately over it and revealing that it's an option. But
I guess they wanted to make sure that you knew it was an option.
Nah, come on. Because at this point, nah. I think
that is just the center of the screen, so.
Like I said, I mean, they should have done something to try and help prevent that. But this rat fuck right here.
You called this from a while back.
Yeah, I did.
It has to be Kiyomasa Kakuri.
What?
Yeah, there we go.
The chairman is the culprit.
Oh, he's actually dying. What are you saying? This is absurd. That dead geezer is the culprit? Even he's just like, what?
No way. That's impossible. The series of murders were all triggered by something.
Traps triggered by something. You said triggers trapped by something.
A trap could be set in advance. So Kiyomasa could have.
And knowing the contents of the will in advance is also very important. There's only one person in this world who meets both of these conditions. That's right, Kiyomasa Kukuri. Kiyomasa was worried that the inheritance would end up with Yoichi and his other sons. I think that's when he decided to test it. To see if anyone was worthy enough to inherit the estate, just like Evan hypothesized in what, case 2?
Yeah, I think so.
All 3 victims died to some kind of trap. These traps were designed to activate when someone tried to knock off someone else down? Huh? Wait, these traps were designed to activate when someone tried to knock off someone.
It's
either knock off someone else or knock someone else down, but it combined.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do, so they turned it into both.
Well, I mean, hey, you do that all the time.
Yep, I can't blame them.
So, and your English is your first language.
Yeah. Hey.
Seizo was trying to interfere with the inheritance process. Tsukijiro was trying to murder Mizuno. Yoichi, too, was trying to murder Mizuno. Anyone who tries to off anyone would lose both the inheritance and their lives. This is the truth behind the Kukuri family inheritance murder case.
Hold on, I still can't accept this. He's just like me for real.
Yeah.
Did the chairman really set this up? You have no proof.
There is evidence. Actually, Kiyomasa has clearly declared his guilt. As the evidence for that.
Are we gonna take our for
the retribution?
Yeah.
Alright, this is the final part. Solving this mystery will be the final step in the case. Let's think this through. Evidence that all the murders were committed by Kiyomasa Kukuri is in his own declaration. Let's find it. If Kiyomasa left a declaration, it must have been in writing.
Gee, thanks.
If it's in writing, the first thing to focus on is Kiyomasa's handwriting. This is the diary Kiyomasa kept. Remember his handwriting well.
Who are you telling that to?
You. Then let's search for items with this handwriting.
Oh, man.
I recall there are a total of 4 items that each had a particular feature. Moreover, since Kiyomasa's declaration is essentially a confession, the order of the items matters. Imagine his preserved message and read it accurately.
Okay.
Didn't I guess it like 2 characters in?
I think so.
And then it was like, we got the 3rd one, I was like, oh. And then we got the 4th one, I'm like, yep, I was right.
Yeah.
The first item that had Kiyomasa's message.
So
we have to put it in order, I think.
Yes.
They said. So.
Yeah, so I would really like to be able to we go to the case record so I can actually look at the things and not just pick them, because the machete,
that's the last one.
That's the final one. No, it's not the revolver that had it.
It was the Derringer?
No,
or not.
I'm wrong again.
Fuck.
Well, there's the tree.
Yeah. Where's the re?
Where are the other 2? I'm trying to remember what they were tied to. What are the?
They were papers.
Here, hold on. What's the items that we have here?
Oh yeah, there's a notebook and a piece of paper. It's one of those.
I didn't even. Okay. Let me find piece of paper in the case record.
Yeah.
Nope, wrong one.
Case record. No.
Evidence.
Okay, evidence. Yeah. Where is it? Wait, there was the other one.
That was the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the Bew. So it was the other one that you passed.
And then this is the TION.
Yes, it's the other paper.
No, I know, but hold on.
What? No, there is no but hold on. It's the notebook.
Because that's not rare.
Huh?
We need to put it in order. I'm trying to find where the re in retribution is.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was it because we didn't check that one yet, I thought. Where?
It's not in the book.
Where is it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, so check the, is it the, it's not the machete.
Because I thought it was something in the second case.
Is it the machete?
It's because the machete is the first case.
Yeah. I
I feel like I'm going insane. Camera foot, no.
No.
Not the trap itself.
What's happening?
Where the fuck? What the fuck? Am I going insane?
Did we never get that? But there's...
No, we did. Okay, so... But now that I don't remember, which one was Tre? I wish it would let me see, because it'd be nice if I could look at the details here, but it doesn't let me.
I think it was that.
Oh, now I can look at the details.
Yeah.
There's Tre, so I can put that there at least. Oh my god.
I don't think we have the first one.
We have it somewhere. Well, we have it somewhere. The third.
What was Bu again?
It wasn't. It was the piece of paper, I believe.
Yeah.
Bu. So that's set. Because we can try and use now that we know.
I thought the machete was red.
No, it's Chion. As we'll see here, the machete. Since we can put the details here, it's Tion. Bless you. Now I know I can actually, because I thought I was worried that I couldn't look at the details beforehand. So now we can. So now with process of elimination, we don't have to go through all of them. We can remove these three. It wouldn't be Seizo's corpse. Tsukijiro's corpse should be fine. Yep, nothing there.
The revolver? I thought the revolver had something on it. There's wait, there's 2 pages. Yep.
Kill me. Kill me. Kill me.
There's 2 pages. God.
Because even I was like, I thought it was on the gun. And I was like, oh no, I guess I was wrong. Oh boy.
Certainly this is a message left by Kiyomasa. The order is also correct.
Certainly it's something.
The words that emerge when everything is arranged are... The words? You mean the word? Got it. From these clues, the conclusion that we can draw is this.
I assume it said a different...
thing in Japanese.
Probably a 2-word phrase in Japanese. I'm guilty. Is maybe what it said in that one, but...
Or like, it was me.
We did it.
There are 4 pieces. When you put together the 4 pieces of the message... Retribution. In other words, what goes around comes around. This notebook belongs to Kiyomasa, and the handwriting matches his. Isn't that right, Miss Mizuno? Yes, there's no mistake.
Indeed, this matches the chairman's handwriting on the document.
After all, only the estate's owner could tamper with the system and set up the traps. By deliberately leaving the retribution note, he intended to confess to the crime. If all the traps were triggered and retribution was written, only Mizuno survives. Otherwise, Mizuno would likely be suspected, hence why he left this note. Yes, to ensure that Yori Mizuno's right as the legitimate heir would not be lost.
That's it. Time's up. We've reached noon. There are no objections. As per the will of the deceased, Mizuno will inherit the estate. Does anyone object? No one? Then the inheritance meeting will be adjourned. May the heir, Yori Mizuno, be forever blessed. With that, we conclude the meeting.
This is a lot to take in.
Especially when you realize you're actually his daughter.
Case record updated.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Thank you.
Thus, the longest 48 hours ever came to an end. This kind of thing should have been a matter completely unrelated to me. Even so, I don't think I've wasted my time. A quest for truth. I feel like I've learned something about it. Kishiro Inugami, I can't deny that I owe it to him, at least in part. As annoying as he may be.
Okay.
Just a Gregorian chant.
Hey, thanks for coming all this way. I really wanted to talk to you alone.
What? I was summoned by Kishiro Inugami after the meeting to the underground laboratory. What could we possibly talk about, just the two of us? Now that the inheritance meeting is over, could it be about the founder's murder case? But this person could be the culprit who killed me.
I didn't kill you. What?
Could it be that he wants to kill me to prevent being investigated? But if he wanted to silence me, he would have already done it. What's going on? The angels also haven't appeared in a while now. What do I do?
Rei Shimobe.
Yes, what? Not yes. Same reaction.
First of all, I must thank you for solving the case.
No, it was something I brought up myself. I kind of volunteered
By the way,
myself to...
didn't you find it strange?
What do you mean?
As someone who upholds the law, I didn't call the Ministry of Security despite the murders.
Yes, it's strange. Right, if you put it that way. I did volunteer to investigate, but as an enforcer of the law, he should have reported this.
Well, the reason is to prevent the case from being solved too quickly.
Huh? You didn't want the case to be solved quickly? Wow. That's an insult.
That's right. At the very least, until one of the brothers revealed how to enter this lab. I didn't want the case to be resolved. That's why I didn't call the ministry despite its resources and investigation skills.
In other words, you wanted to find this lab and wanted the murders to continue for that?
If that's how you want to interpret it.
Could it be that you knew these murders would happen before coming here?
Well, kind of, considering the will, and I know their personalities very well. In fact, I was the one who proposed the idea for that will.
So did you ask me since you knew I was a detective? As an excuse not to call them?
Indeed, what a super detective. You figured it out.
You condescending bastard. Hold on, wait a second. This conversation is strange. Indeed, the case has been solved, the murder trap was revealed, and the culprit found. The motive was also clear, and the inheritance was resolved. Everything was settled. Yet, the way he talks is as if the incident, solution, and conclusion were preordained. Now that I think about it, in the meeting, Kishiro Inugami said something like that.
Flashback. You act like you've been piecing it together, but hasn't someone been guiding you? Rishimobu, could it be that someone is deceiving you?
Was he talking about himself?
I think so.
Oh. That someone was not Mizuno. The one who was guiding me, deceiving me,
was me!
This motherfucker. So it was actually you, wasn't it?
Hi.
This changes nothing.
Let me tell you an old story.
Talk all you want, huh?
It's the story you wanted to hear before. It's about why I quit being a private detective.
There goes his theme. Sure.
Is there really reason to look around at any of this stuff anymore?
Tables and graphs are pasted here. Can't make heads or tails of them.
Nope.
Nah.
Alright, buddy boy. I mentioned that was requested by Kiyomasa at that time, didn't I?
Yes, you said the request was about money stolen from the safe at Kakuri Pharmaceuticals. The suspect was one of the 6 executives of the company, right?
Well remembered, you're an excellent detective. Then I, as an even more skilled detective, successfully identified the culprit. Supposedly.
Supposedly?
The story about the company's money being stolen, it was a lie.
A lie?
The person I apprehended, let's call him Mr. Y for now. Mr. Y confessed to the theft, however he insisted that what he stole was not money. He claimed that he only stole some documents. He claimed that he had found proof of wrongdoing and intended to use it to expose the situation. But no one believed what Mr. Y said, given his appearance as a petty crook.
Huh.
I also did not trust Mr. Y, but believed Kiyomasa. He was strict but sincere. His contributions to our country were also significant. And as promised, the theft was dealt with internally. Thief. Within the organization.
Okay.
Mr. Y was made to resign, and that was the end of it. No criminal record was attached. You have to take the good with the bad. That's what Kiyomasa said. To achieve greatness, you need your ideals and to accept all kinds of things. As one who aspires to be a just detective, it seemed like too naive of an attitude toward evil. But perhaps I was the naive one.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Why do you think you were naive? And the money being stolen was a lie?
A few days after the case was solved, Mr. Y was found dead.
Oh.
According to the ministry investigation, he overdosed on drugs and drove himself to suicide.
Damn.
Just before Mr. Y's death, he was seen in a downtown area wielding a knife.
What?
He was reported to have been rampaging and spouting nonsense.
Oh boy.
And finally, he gouged out his own eyes and died.
What the fuck? Horrific!
To commit suicide by drug overdose breaks many doctrines. No doubt he was a heretic. Indeed, it seems a fitting end to he who stole company money. I thought this until
What happened?
a series of bizarre deaths followed involving people having their eyes gouged out.
Oh my god.
It was really a sensational case. You probably remember it, right? Right?
Yeah, well,
Right? Right? Right. The ministry suspected a connection with a notorious murderer who did something similar. But I didn't think so. Because most of the victims were somehow associated with Kikuri Pharmaceuticals. And among them were the remaining 5 suspects from the theft case I solved.
Huh.
There was no one left who knew about that incident besides Kiyomasa and I. Well then, great detective, what do you see from here?
Silencing? To silence him, right?
That's right. No doubt about it. At the time, doubts and anxieties were beginning to well up inside me. A letter arrived from me. The sender was Mr.
What?
Y.
But he was dead. Huh? I don't know what to think about this.
I have an idea.
You do?
It's crazy. So crazy, it might just work.
What?
Mr. Y is not Mr. Y, but Miss Y.
Huh.
Because it was his wife who went in there and found the paperwork about the drug ring going on down here. And then, you know, crazy things happened.
Kiyomasa's wife?
Yes. But then
Oh.
Kiyomasa's wife probably maybe changed identity and whatnot to then becoming our friendly maid. Let's keep rolling. Or it could still be a daughter of that. But it seems
Yeah.
that Mr. Y sent me a letter just before he died. At that time, for some reason, I was moving my office location, so delivery was delayed.
What did it say?
The truth about the theft. At that time, Y had claimed the wrongdoing was true. No, it wasn't just that. Kiyomasa Kikuri was involved in a crime that could have toppled our country. The evidence materials were a secret ledger and manufacturing procedure notes. Those were the actual stolen goods he took.
Well, the crooked accounting is one thing, but what about the manufacturing procedures?
Oh, I forgot to mention, but the drug that led to Mr. Y's suicide,
Was it virus?
it was a prototype of a certain drug that would be spread throughout the country. A certain drug. Virus.
Virus? The very same virus that was being developed here? The crime that could end the country. Perhaps Mr. Y was trying to expose illegal manufacture and distribution of virus. Illegal yeah.
Precisely. As revealed in the meeting, Kiyomasa Kukuri was secretly selling a virus to heretics. He amassed a fortune rivaling the national budget.
That's wild.
It wasn't his chemical manufacturing or tobacco smuggling that got him rich. It was virus.
Huh? So Keisha Inagami knew about this? The fact that Kiyomasa Kukuri was making virus?
Mr. Y was trying to tell the public, and he failed. No, I stopped him. I still remember his face when I said he was the culprit. I resent myself for immersing in the thrill of mystery solving, playing detective. I want to strangle myself.
Damn. That much regret, huh?
Now you understand why Kiyomasa didn't report the theft, right? He didn't want the stolen items to be seen. Virus is a matter of national treason.
That's wild.
An instant death penalty. Kiyomasa twisted the details and asked me to solve it, all to cover up the truth. Perhaps he wasn't sure who stole it and needed to confirm. He wanted to get back the stolen evidence right away, but couldn't trust the ministry. But killing all 6 suspects, offing them all at once, is too conspicuous and dangerous.
Conspicuous.
If he was going to kill them, it had to be one by one, but there wasn't time to spare. So it's better to leave it to a novice detective like me. Do you understand?
Someone who seemed likely to identify the culprit quickly, yet not have the influence. Just like how Keisha Inagami discovered me. I was about to say, yeah.
I acted exactly according to Kiyomasa's intentions and achieved the expected results. Mr. Y was captured and the evidence needed for a trial recovered. Kiyomasa won. Do you remember when I told you that? You act like you've been piecing it together, but hasn't someone been guiding you? Could it be that someone is deceiving you? I was directed at myself back then.
Ooh.
And you have to take the good with the bad. It's wrong. I was the one who took the bad.
Wait, but the evidence reached you, right? How? Wasn't it collected by Kiyomasa?
Perhaps Mr. Y hid just a part of it before he died. For example, by swallowing it.
Swallowing it?
It's fucking metal, right? Mr. Y, who foresaw his own death, probably placed his last hope for the truth in me.
This is wild. So, the evidence of Kiyomasa's virus crimes indeed reached you, didn't it? Wouldn't it have been better if you made the accusation based on that evidence?
Yes, I tried to. But I couldn't. No, I became unable to. The curse of silencing reached me as well.
Ah.
A group of heretics driven mad by virus attacked my office. Probably agents of Kiyomasa. My office was destroyed and the evidence was stolen.
Oh, were you alright?
I barely managed to escape.
Did you die?
Fleeing is the one thing I'm good at. But there was no guarantee that I would remain safe. I am the only survivor who knows about Kiyomasa's crimes. That's why I decided to quit being a detective and hid in darkness.
Oh. In darkness? What's...
Yes, it's as you think. By surrendering to darkness, I also made it clear that I was on Kiyomasa's side. And I tried to create the impression that I was a fool who wasn't seriously investigating.
So just pretending?
Of course. While playing the fool, I planned to secretly keep investigating. As I mentioned, I was looking for answers that couldn't be found from the bright side.
So it was an act? All that until now was a performance?
Doesn't that sound a little familiar to you? But anyways, I digress. Do you know the expression, the mummy's hunter becomes the mummy?
What? What?
He's saying the mummy hunter becomes the mummy. Essentially saying that, the person attempting to find the crypt is instead killed and joins the dead.
Oh.
He's on to us. And he's been playing us for a fool this entire time, where believing that we were the hunter, instead, we were being hunted this entire time by him.
Oh wow, accuse or do not accuse?
Well, what do you want to do?
Do not accuse.
Wow, alright, wet paper bag.
I'll pretend I didn't hear any of that.
As I've said many times, I don't need to be affirmed no matter the excuse. Anyway, that's how and why I quit being a detective. As a follower of the unlawful, I intended to condemn Kiyomasa from the underground. Renegating the Kakuri family's drug business, that became my life's mission.
Have you managed to find clues since then? Oh boy.
No, the investigation has been endlessly difficult and treacherous. I had no investigatory power, and certain restrictions meant Kiyomasa must never notice. It was really a hopeless situation. Seems that since then Kiyomasa has become even more cautious. Everything was cleverly hidden, and I couldn't even catch a hint of it. It was at that time that the founder came to me.
Inviting you to be the Minister of Justice? An invitation to be the Minister of Justice, right?
Looking back, that invitation was a godsend. It would provide me with the authority to openly investigate, the world's top authority. Even if I couldn't take direct action, I could research while investigating other cases. I can also access past case records at the Ministry of Justice headquarters for clues. Moreover, the founder knew my true intentions and even approved this behavior. Even now, I am grateful to the founder for this. What would you say even now to that?
So what happened next?
I made considerable progress thanks to my position and started to understand things. Things like the Kakuri family's secretly growing tobacco was the raw material for virus.
So you already knew about the tobacco? Why was it left unchecked?
Just catching them for that wouldn't do much. Tobacco is illegal, but cultivating it isn't. Unfortunately, I couldn't secure evidence of it being sold to the heretics. Even if we quickly arrested them, it wouldn't amount to much of a crime. Worse, someone could be framed for the crime or it could be covered up. Kiyomasa Kakuri was cunning. I suspected he bribed officers from the ministries. A half-hearted investigation would only allow him to escape. Then he would hide it all. It would make it impossible to find the source and the hidden routes of virus. To prevent that, we needed decisive, irrefutable evidence. Like discovering a hidden Kakuri family virus production facility somewhere.
Oh my god. So
I killed him.
So was this whole thing just to find that?
Yes. Yes, right here. I was looking for this place here. I was determined to find it no matter what.
But don't tell me that you actually tried to incite these incidents? Just so you could find it?
And then, finally, the chance presented itself. I was approached by Kiyomasa himself.
Was it consultation about the inheritance?
No, at first it was just minor things like business advice or complaints about his sons. It seems he was assessing me, wondering if I was still looking into the past case. But after a few meetings, he must have assumed I had apathy. He confided in me that he was dying. I was really shocked by the reality that this man will die soon. I was also disappointed that I wouldn't be able to catch him alive. At the very least, I must bring virus to light. I had to expose the Kakuri family. I knew Kiyomasa was worried about his sons who would inherit his fortune. Family's downfall was sure. They didn't get along, so dividing the inheritance would surely fail. He didn't want to pass it on to anyone in the company either. They were all just yes men. They were all likely to betray him after his death. He couldn't trust anyone. And then, I was so surprised he repeatedly uttered words of regret. Like, why did it end up like this? He talked about adopting 3 sons as a backup
Oh my
of
God.
making mistakes and raising them. He micromanaged the entire company. As a result, no one could grow. I have nothing. He sounded like he regretted his way of life. Maybe his illness mentally fatigued him. He no longer had that intimidating presence. He also mentioned that the only person he could trust was Mizuno, his daily caretaker.
It was written in his diary as well. Seems like Kiyomasa was truly grateful to Mizuno.
I felt like it was too late, however. Kiyomasa came to me for advice. Is it possible for Mizuno to inherit all of my assets? That's when I had an idea. Using this, I came up with a plan to wipe them all out.
Oh boy. So, you suggested that will?
Yes, I did. And Kiyomasa immediately accepted my idea.
The fact that he's like, yeah!
It seems that he hoped the inheritance might bridge the gap between his sons and Mizuno. But as seen from the prisoner's dilemma, it'd take a miracle for such a situation to arise.
Yeah. Can I ask you something? Did you know they were going to die? Mr. Unagami, did you know the 3 brothers would die?
Yes, I knew it was likely. Although that was only after I found out Seizo was dead. From then on, I realized that I would never get conclusive evidence with them alive. In fact, the results were pretty close to what I predicted.
God damn.
The only thing I didn't expect was your talent in solving the case.
Yeah, haha, my
It
talent.
would have been fine if it remained unsolved since I found this place.
So as long as you had evidence of virus, you didn't care about anything else.
Correct. It's no matter for me who dies or who inherits the estate.
That's terrifying. You didn't care if Mizuno was framed or even killed? Did you want to take revenge on Kiyomasa? As in, you couldn't forgive him for using you?
Revenge? Nah, probably not. Well, I didn't hold a grudge against him for crushing my dreams.
Oh my god!
That was just me being naive. It's thanks to him I got the chance to get where I am now. But I wouldn't say I'm grateful to him. Simply, there was a mission I had to accomplish. I had to deny the mistakes he had made. Do you think Kiyomasa intended to kill his sons from the beginning? No, that's not the right way to say it. Do you think he thought it was okay to die if one gave in to one's desires?
That's, well, yes, he did set up such dangerous traps.
Incorrect. The answer is no.
What? Huh? Why?
In the plan that Kiyomasa and I devised, the traps were supposed to maim, not kill.
Oh.
At worst, they would have ended up unconscious and sent to the hospital. As long as I could make them believe they would be killed, that alone would have done it. But the traps that were actually set were entirely different. They were all traps devised by the Reaper.
But why?
Have you heard of what happened the day before Kiyomasa's death? He had been bedridden, but
Yeah.
suddenly able to walk.
Ah, yes, he was seen walking around the mansion, I heard.
Kiyomasa changed the traps during that time.
Oh god. But why?
But the disease may have caused more damage than expected. His body becomes so weak that he can no longer get up on his own. So in the end, he even used it on himself as a stimulant.
Virus? Ooh.
Virus.
What? Virus? So then, that was the special medicine that Domon mentioned?
Without a doubt, it was virus. What would administering virus do? In the case of Mr. Y, after the crime, he took his own life. Then how about Kiyomasa?
Take other people's lives? Did he do the murder of his own sons?
Virus is a very scary drug. An overdose of it transforms us into different people and drives us into a frenzy. That's why we have to completely eradicate virus.
Is virus really such a terrifying drug? But why do the heretics want something like that? It's said to be a ritualistic item for getting closer to God.
Yeah, because you'll fucking hallucinate.
Yeah.
Do you understand how virus could end the Shuten order, right? I decided to make it my life's work to eradicate virus. It's also a way to repay the founder for accepting me.
Kishiro Inugami, are you really the one who killed me? Maybe so, maybe not. The more we talk, the less I understand what kind of person you are. Inugami's the culprit.
To finish the ritual, you'll have to take your soul back from the culprit by killing the murderer.
No. Am I even capable of killing?
You have to. Oh boy, well, you know what? We're really getting nitty gritty here. So we're gonna go waltz into the conclusion of this crazy ass case. Next time.
I will say his confessions have just made me love him more.
Of course.
This changes nothing.
You like the psychos.
I do!
You're not supposed to just go yay and cheer that on.
No, have you seen my list?
Yes. Next question.
There's a balance. There's a balance. Yes, there is.
Not when you look at how they're ranked.
Well, no, they're not ranked, actually. Well, some of them are, but they're not. Most of them are not.
Oh, God.